Today we feature the second leg of the Carabao Cup Semi Final, but that could be before we lose half our team as a mass exodus in the transfer window looks a possibility. Plus, we've got a goalkeeper with a broken arm. Hello and welcome to episode 37 of Irons in the Fire as we try and make West Ham good and great again. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you, as I mentioned, the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final against Arsenal at the London Stadium, and then we travel to the South Coast for a Premier League match day 23 against Bournemouth. And hopefully we can pick up some points there. That would be very, very nice. Before we have a look at the transfers and what's been going on with that, and also an injury to our goalkeeper, just a quick reminder, don't forget, if you enjoyed today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the series so far. It all helps here on YouTube. And the best way of following me on this channel is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM, and thank you very much for all your support to date. As I said, we are in amongst it. Things are going on. First of all, we'll have a look at the transfers because I think it is quite important. Incomings, we'll just do the outs first. We'll go transfer history because we have had Alvarez. Edson Alvarez has gone. He's gone to El Hilal in the Saudi Arabian leagues. 54 million, 68 million could be the final figure for him. He wanted to go. If we'd stood in his way, he'd have kicked up a right old rumpus, and I'm not sure whether he was here before you on the last episode, but Danny Ings, he's gone to Fulham for 2.6 million. He wanted to go as well. And Said Benrahma's gone to Brighton on loan, but with a option to buy, I think, loan future fee. Yeah, he's got an option of £6 million if they want to buy going forward. So that's an option. So those three have gone out. As I think you saw from the previous screen, we are looking at incomings. Obviously, I did say that we would probably immediately replace what's coming in and out. So, Tammy Abraham, we've made an offer for him, £25 million up front, £59 million total. He's on 130, or would be on 130 million. We're waiting for him to say yay or nay. Roma, he's coming from Tammy Abraham then to replace Danny Ings, and then Xavier Shalaga. Coming in from RB Leipzig. We've made an offer for him. He's a direct replacement for Edson Alvarez in that midfield role. Can play as a midfield or defensive midfield. 30.5 million, 93,000 a week. I think that's cheaper than what Alvarez, so we saved a bit of money on him. Similar age. So that is what is happening transfer-wise. I did say that we got a mass exodus on our hands. And I don't think it's any... I'll probably bank that up a bit more than I need to, really. Gerard Bowen is wanted by Newcastle. Well, I don't really think he's going to go. Or at least we hope he's not. Ben Johnson is being shamoozed by the Saudi leagues, Al Hilali. So he's possible. Thomas Souček is wanted by Real Madrid. Hopefully we can hang on to him. Soufal, again, the South Africa, Saudi Arabian leagues. Al Arabi want him. Mavropanos is wanted by Atletico Madrid. We won't let him go out on loan, or Fulham. The interest from Saudi Arabia seems to have dissipated at the moment. Al Ittihad want Lucas Paqueta. Hearts or Getafe want Andy Irvin. I think that out of the main ones, that's it. But as you can see, there's quite a few there that could cause quite a commotion if we do have, as we get towards the end of the transfer window, we get that mass exodus, not allowing us time to replace. So I'm thinking if we get to a point, and I'm not sure what point it is, but if we get to a point and we're not going to let them go, we will try and block it, or at least let them go in the summer. Gives us an opportunity to replace. That's the only problem with the January window. It doesn't really give enough time, especially if they try and cram a sale in on the end of the window. So hopefully we will survive with a reasonably intact team. I did tell you that Alphonse Areola, he's out for 5 to 7 weeks. He's broken his lower arm. Same as our other save. We had the goalkeeper break his arm. Hopefully that won't impact him too much. So he's our long-term route. Mavropanos is only a couple of days away from coming back from flu, and Ollie Watkins, who had a twisted knee, is about a day away from coming back into the side. Raul de Thomas and Kamada, both of them back from recent injuries. So that is the update for now. One other thing to tell you about is we've played one game since you were last with us. That 1-0 loss in the first leg of the Carabao Cup. Second leg coming up very, very shortly. Newcastle, we played them in the Premier League, and it was a 5-0 win in that match. Pretty comprehensive, 2-0 at half-time, 5-0 overall. And it was Samadic that got us underway after 26 minutes. Parisi pushing that ball back into Bowen. Ward-Prowse out to Johnson. Johnson just tucked it inside. Samadic in space, and he puts it away. We're 1-up after 26. And that was followed up by Kudos on 39 minutes. Pope, Soleil. What a poor ball. I'm not sure what he was doing with that. Kudos came in. Kudos put it away. And at that point, 2-0. 2-0 at half-time then. And a minute after half-time, Todibo got on the score sheets. Corner in from Ward-Prowse. And Pope making a right howler of that. And Todibo mopped it up. Thank you very much. 3-0 then on 46. And we put extra woes on to Newcastle. James Ward-Prowse from a free kick on 52. Round the wall. Pope unsighted. Didn't get there in time. And at that point, it was 4-0. And then Kudos getting his second of the game, rounding us off for a 5-0 comprehensive win. Samadic back to Kudos. Watkins back to Kudos. Kudos got away from Soleil. And, well, what can you say? A good comprehensive 5-0 win. 17 shots, 9 on target, 2.08 on the XG, 46% of the possession. They had 6 shots, 1 on target, 0.68, 54% of the possession. That is really handy, and that has left us in the Premier League in third place as it currently stands, sat behind Arsenal, a point behind them. We've slightly better over the last 5 games than they are. Manchester City are managing only a draw in their last game against Liverpool, which helped us in 2 ways. One, it means that gap at the top, if we can win our game in hand when it comes along, we'll close that gap down a little bit. But also it means that Liverpool are a little bit further away from us. So as it currently stands, 4 points down to Liverpool. So Aston Villa are in 5th on 43 points. 2 points behind us. Manchester United are just that 1 point behind us, so we can't afford to slip up. And then, of course, we're in third. Arsenal in second. Burnley, Wolves and Brighton still in that drop zone. Bournemouth are 15th, our second opponents of the episode. They've won their last game, drawn 2 and lost 2. So that's their fortunes at the moment. I think it's high time that we got into the episode. It's a Carabao Cup Semi Final, second leg. We're a goal behind effectively at half time. We've only beaten Arsenal once in 4 games, and that game was at the London Stadium when we beat them 4-0. So let's hope that's the sort of result we want today, as opposed to the one that we had around about December last year when we lost 2-0, of course. That game that we won was James Ward-Prowse, Souček and Bowen getting 2 goals in that game at the London Stadium last December on Boxing Day as it was. So let's hope for a similar result today. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Arsenal. And here is the team that will face Arsenal in this second leg of the Carabao Cup Semi Final. Mazzillia in goal then, as Areola is injured and out of this contest. Parisi is back on the left-hand side. Todibo, Zuma and Soufal are the back line. Paqueta, Prowse and Souček are our midfield. Kamada sitting behind Bowen and Kudos, who had such a good game last time out. And then on the bench we have Trott, Emerson, Carrera, Johnson, Orford, Skulls, Samadic, De Thomas and Mumbama. Just to say that Johnson is under a bid of 28 million going up to 50 something million. So it's possible that this could be Ben Johnson's last outing in a West Ham shirt. And here we are as we face Arsenal in this Carabao Cup semi-final second leg. They're playing a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder. Ward-Prowse picking up a yellow card after 4 minutes. It's a corner in, and Kurt Zouma on just 6 minutes rules out the goal that Arsenal scored in the first leg, and we are level on aggregate 1-0 on the night. Kurt Zouma at the near post, tucking it away. They have a free kick. Odegaard swings it in, but Paqueta is there, tied it up. Kudos now on a counter-attack. And we are away. We've been the better side in this first half. Kamada cuts it back for Souček. Bowen finds Parisi. And Parisi's second goal of the season. Or is it? Question of offside. He did look forward a little bit, but you never know. Yeah, it was disallowed. He was offside. And we stay at 1-1. Just when we thought, not a lot in it. Is there really? Let's face it. And that disallowed goal, the last highlight of the first half. And what a shame that was, because it was certainly not a great deal in it. We've contained them to one shot, of which it was on target, 0.01. They have had the bulk of the possession, though. We've had 9 shots, 4 on target, and 37% of the possession. Just need to hold a bit more possession, I think, in the second half. They have a free kick. Odegaard swings it in. It's headed clear, though, but only as far as Saka. Odegaard, Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu has Martinelli out wide, and he's hit the post. Must have been offside, I would have thought. And with 66 minutes on the clock, we're making 2 changes right now. We are replacing Souček, who is getting tired. We've replaced him and brought on Carrera. And we've also taken off Dashi Kamada and brought on Samadic as we go in looking for this winning goal. Ramsdale with a goal kick from an offside, I'm guessing. Arsenal have made a couple of changes. That one cut out by Soufal. Soufal to Zuma then. Looking for this winning goal. Zuma. Paqueta finds Carrera. Samadic, who's come on, of course. Kudos goes out wide. Kudos, he's got to try and get this ball in the box. He can, and it's headed down. And Samadic, his 11th goal of the season, gives us the lead after 80 minutes. It's 2-1 on aggregate. We finally got there. It's taken a lot of huff and a lot of puff, but it was Bowen headed down into the path of Samadic, and Samadic puts it away. And with 80, well, literally after that goal, 80 minutes on the clock, we're making one more change. We've taken off Mohamed Kudus up front. Raul de Thomas gets the last 10 minutes plus injury time. And another goal to finish this off would be rather splendid. And with nearly 89 minutes on the clock, not sure how much injury time we've got yet, but we've made our final two changes. Fabiano Parisi is off. He's tired. Replaced him with Emerson. And for our final change, Jarrod Bowen has come off and Mubama gets a little bit of game time. And it's all over. There is no more highlights. We've managed to see the game out. 11 shots, 5 on target, 1.79, 46% of the possession. We did get some of that possession back in that second half, but they played a lot better in that second half. Had 7 shots, a further 6 to what they had at half time. Having said that, only got 1 on target, 0.46 on the old XG, and 54% of the possession. We are through to the final of the Carabao Cup. Let's go and see who we will be playing in that final. Is it going to be Manchester United, who we beat in the final of the FA Cup last year? Let's go and find out. And here is the results. So we win that one 2-1 on aggregate, having overturned the 1-0 loss in the first leg. And Manchester United have gone on to hammer Brentford by 3-0 at Old Trafford. 4-0 on aggregate. So it is a Carabao Cup final against Manchester United, the same team that we beat in the FA Cup final last season. Let's go and have a look and see when it's coming up. It will be down here somewhere at the end of February, the 23rd of February, Carabao Cup final. And we'll look forward to that. In fact, it looks like we got back-to-back games against Manchester United there. In fact, that one will be taken out, I'm guessing, because so we would have been playing Manchester United around about then. It just happens that we'll be playing them at Wembley as opposed to the London Stadium. But otherwise, pretty much as we were. Right, without any more to do then, we will just while away the 3 days. I'll come back just ahead of the game against Bournemouth, the Premier League match day 23, and see where we are. And then we'll be back and have a look at the team. While you come back, and there has been some activity while you've been away in the transfer market. Andy Irvine has gone to Getafe on loan with a option to buy 6 million. I think we spoke about that possibly in the last, or was that Benrahma? That was Benrahma. But Andy Irvine has gone to Getafe. And Ben Johnson is likely to be leaving us very, very soon. We've deferred his transfer. We really do need to look for a player to replace him at the right sort of money. So we're going to try and do that. But we have 2 coming in. Xavier Shalanga has joined us. If we can switch thingies. Has joined us. He has come in for £30.5 million from RB Leipzig. We were going to have a look. He's played pretty much all his career in Germany, Wolfsburg, and then Leipzig. Now coming for his debut in the Premier League, and just paid the record fee for an Austrian. Let's see how he gets on. And then Tammy Abraham, we brought him back to the UK. 27 years old now. Obviously was at Chelsea. A lot of loans he went out for. And went to Aston Villa, back to Chelsea. Then ended up in Rome, at Roma for 35 million. Not been prolific scorer. I'm hoping he's going to score some goals for us. They are the 2 things happening in the transfer market today. And I think he may be about to make his debut. Or both of them may be about to make their debuts here against, or not here, but away at the Vitality Stadium against Bournemouth. We have Areola out with the broken arm. And they have Neto doubtful with a fractured wrist. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Bournemouth. And so here we are, match day 23 in the Premier League. And this is the side that will face Bournemouth. And just to say that we've played them 3 times this series, yet to lose. Beat them 4-1 at the Vitality Stadium last season. So another similar result would be very nice today. Mazzulia in goal then, in place of the injured Areola. Parisi, Friedel, Mavropanos and Johnson are backline. I don't think we can afford to lose Johnson and Mavropanos, so I think it's going to be a case of see which one really is pushing to go. Shalanga makes his debut in that central midfield alongside Ward-Prowse and Kahera. Kamada starts behind Watkins and also making his debut today. Abraham up front. Trott, Emerson, Samadic, De Thomas, Sufal, Paqueta, Bowen, Todibo and Kudos are all on the bench. And here we are. Bournemouth won 2 of their last 5, lost 1 and drawn the 2 others. Playing a 4-3-3 today with a defensive midfielder. And we're sticking to our usual formation, having lost 1 game in those last 5. We're currently in 3rd on 45 points. Bournemouth are 15th on 24 points. And they have a free kick. One of their players down injured. 10 minutes on the clock. Phillips over the ball. He's going to have a direct shot, but it's gone over the top. Johnson with a throw-in on this near side. Mavropanos. Mavropanos to Kahera. Johnson, of course, could be playing his last game for us. Oh, and that's a wayward ball given away, and Bournemouth are coming away with this. Need to get sort of stuck in here. Well, caught by Mazzulia. Solanke was in behind him. Had he missed that ball, Solanke would have put that away. Friedel. Parisi. The highlight is continuing. Parisi has Kamada inside him. But again, a poor ball. Xavier through to Watkins. Oh, it's off the woodwork. Neto's not 100% fit, and it's gone for a goal kick. Xavier finding Tammy Abraham, who put Watkins in, but Watkins put it straight on the woodwork. Aarons with a throw-in on that far side. As we look to try and break this down. Is that Tammy Abraham? Oh, it's Watkins doing a lot of running around out there. Tammy Abraham. Neto, as I say, has got an injury. I'm not sure what his injury is, but they've obviously decided to play him. Kirkes. Kluivert. He's through. Solanke's in. And Mazzulia making a fine save. And was in the back of the net. Had Mazzulia not got to it. Cook. Tammy Abraham doing defensive duties, but only as far as Brooks. And Bournemouth keeping us under the cosh at the moment, but doesn't look like it's prevailed to anything. Solanke in here. And another free kick. Phillips and over the top again. Ward-Prowse. Friedel. Friedel into midfield. Xavier. Friedel. Xavier. Xavier comes forward now. First time we've seen him properly. It's through to Kamada. Kamada just crosses into the box, man. Oh, he scored! Kamada from a very tight angle. His 4th goal of the season puts us 1 up on 33. I was expecting him to whack that into the middle, and they were queuing up for it. But in the end, it was Kamada on his own. Decided he was doing this all himself, down between the goalkeeper and the near post. Corner now. Brooks with the corner. Swung in. It's come off Mazzulia and it's gone in. It's Philip Billing. 3rd goal of the season. And I'm not sure if Mazzulia spilt it or what, but they're back on level terms. on 38 minutes, I think. It was headed in. It was Mazulia managed to save it, but Friedel with a long throw. It's headed clear. Friedel back to Mavropanos. Friedel. Carrera. Mavropanos. Parisi. Parisi to Mavropanos. Friedel. We're going backwards here, boys. Parisi. Parisi to Xavier. Xavier back out at Parisi. Parisi needs to get this in the box. Xavier. Ward-Prowse. Carrera. Johnson. Johnson. Oh. Johnson sort of tripped and fell and lost that ball. And it's been headed down. Solanke's in. Oh, dear. Xavier chasing him back, but he has not got the legs. Oh, he's created the space for himself and he just puts it wide. Kirkes with a throw-in. Try to cut that out. Philip. Aarons. Too much space. He's in. And we just let him have the space. And they go 2-1 up on 45 minutes. And it's disappointing. We've caved in. And this isn't good enough. We have a corner. Ward-Prowse. Can we get level at half-time? Not that way. Kamada back to Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse now. Kamada. Yes, it's a goal. He's second of the game. 5th goal of the season. And we are level on 49 minutes. Only 3 minutes of extra time to be played. But we're in the... that will be it for half-time, I would have thought. Kamada back out to Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse. Kamada created the space himself. And it was a lovely curled shot into the corner of the net. 2-2. And what that really just before half-time puts us back on. Kamada getting 2. And he's doing very well. 5 shots, 3 on target, 0.84. We need to be better in the second half. 48% of the possession. They've had 12 shots, 6 on target, 1.66, 52% of the possession. We need to contain them a bit better in the second half. Mazulia with a goal kick. We have 47 minutes on the clock. Parisi comes forward down this wing. What's he going to do? He's got Kamada, who's on a hat-trick now. Kamada's tried to create a bit of space, but he's lost the ball. Johnson down to Carrera. Ward-Prowse. Xavier was beaten in the tackle. Friedel heads it down to Parisi. We're still alive with this ball. Referee was getting in the way there, and that ball been given away. And we need to be careful here, but Kamada wins it. Kamada's really having one heck of a game. Xavier, can he score on his debut? No. Kamada having a devil of a game today. He's showing that Samadic isn't going to have a chance today. 60 minutes on the clock. And trying to win that ball back. Nearly did something very... Philip, who's had a go. He's a bit far out and over the top. Free kick now. Friedel with the free kick. Chips it in. Near post. Sorry, far post, should I say. And didn't go in. Who was that? Watkins. Not getting enough on it. And Ward-Prowse is out there to tidy up. He's got Johnson in front of him. Johnson gone on a bit of a run. Crosses this ball in. It's headed out. Xavier just wide of the post. And with 63 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes. Parisi's getting tired out there. And we've replaced him with Emerson. And the other change that we've made is in central defence. Friedel, who's a yellow card and on 6.3. We've replaced him with Todibo. And he's come on in that back line alongside Mavropanos. And we're nearly, 76 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes. We have taken off Ward-Prowse. Shalanga moves into that ball-winning midfielder role. Paqueta comes on for him. And the other change we've made up front, Tammy Abraham's not going to get a debut goal, unfortunately, today. Gerard Bowen comes on and replaces him up front alongside Watkins. Kamada with a free kick. Kamada's had a go on his own, looking for his hat-trick. And with 80 minutes on the clock, we are throwing our last roll of the dice. Dulce Kamado's getting tired. Not looking like he's going to get his hat-trick. We've replaced him with Samadic as we go hunting for this winning goal. They have a free kick and Mazulia saves it. Gone for the corner. Swung in. It's gone back out. Recycled. Need to be careful. This is... Oh, he's caused all sorts of problems. Johnson gets it forward to Watkins. Watkins now then. Bowen through to Watkins. Can Watkins put this away? Oh, goalkeeper makes the save. So from a corner one end to a corner the other end. Samadic with the corner. Can we get something from this? 4 minutes of injury time in the first minute of that added time. Samadic swings it to the back post and it's headed away for a corner now on this side. I think it'll be Samadic again. It is. This time an outswinger. Swings it in. Todibo. Paqueta. It's taking a deflection. Samadic again. And this time over the top. But that lovely breakout. Bowen just holding it up. Watkins doing the 1-2. But couldn't get it past Neto. Neto with the goal kick. Into the 3rd minute of 4 added on. Todibo heads it forward. Bowen tries to get underneath it. Couldn't. And they come forward now. We're going to have to be careful because we're on an attack here. And there's a danger. Oh, puts it wide. Chan. Oh, dear. I thought that was in. Dead and buried. This is looking like a draw. And it has. It's got draw written all over it. Dulce Kamada keeping us in the game. Thankfully, after we went behind, immediately replying. So that's how it's ended. 15 shots, 6 on target, 1.83, 57% of the possession. Bournemouth having 18 shots, 8 on target, 2.24, and 43% of the possession. At least we didn't lose. And so with games played today, it's not been good for us, apart from Manchester City losing to Arsenal 3-1. Which means the gap at the top there is 10 points. Plus, they've got a game in hand, Arsenal. But that dropping of 2 points today hasn't helped us. Manchester United leapfrog us, which means we're down into 4th on 46. The same as Aston Villa, just above them on goal difference. And then comes Liverpool on 41. Liverpool, don't think they played today. They got... They play tomorrow against Newcastle. They are down in 6th, and Nottingham Forest are in 7th as it stands. They play later this evening. So that's how it is. At the end of this round of games, we're going away. We're going to come straight back. We've got Copenhagen and Blackburn in the FA Cup 4th round in the next episode. And I hope you're going to join me for that. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, which will keep you up to date with all future episodes of Irons in the Fire. And, of course, our other series, Bottom to the Top, as they are released. New episodes of Irons in the Fire are released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on this channel is to follow me on Twitter, at JustOffside2. Hope to see you for the next episode, and thank you for watching. We'll see you on Monday for episode 38. Till then, have a good weekend. Bye-bye.